if you are looking for some of the most expensive and readily available Irish whiskies on the market, then you have come to the right place. Happy 2020 people of Earth and whiskey drinkers of Earth. Something a little special for you today. Just saying, 5 things, maybe more. Yep. Welcome to Whiskey and Whiskey. I'm the Whiskey Chaser Brian here in Christys Bar Kilkenny. As always, I hope your Christmas and your New Year's was certainly better than mine anyway. Full disclaimer, got the COVID, had to isolate. I was all good, thankfully. No one really sick with it in the house, but it did have me isolating for the majority of the Christmas. Now, you combine and couple that with Christmas decorations and the likes, stuff left all over the house. It left very little space for me to do any videos, so I did what any whiskey enthusiast would do with my time. I chilled out and drank whiskey when I could. But now we are back and with a bang. Expect to see some different types of videos for the first couple of months of 2022. I'm going to change things up a little bit and just kind of freshen up. And for today's show, let's do just that. 5 Irish whiskies that will leave your wallet empty, your bank account screaming, and your missus less than impressed with you. So much so, you'll more than likely be sleeping on the couch. Totally worth it though. But I promise you, you'll be thrilled with what I have to say. It'll all be worth it in the end. Let's get stuck in. Oh, as a side note, just to make it onto this list, these whiskies must be readily available and not collector's items-ish. But there will be a few honourable mentions at the end for you to have a look at. There you go. First up, a whiskey we would all love to have as a regular drinker if it didn't cost the bones of €450 or roughly $500. This is a wallet killer, but a delectable dram. The first on the list, and one with the highest age statement, the Redbreast 27-year-old Potstill Irish whiskey. Ruby port, check. Cask strength, check. Age statement of 27 years, check. Utilizes bourbon and sherry and ruby ports, check, check, check. Deliciousness, yes. So the maturity is here, it's ripe, it's complex, and the depth of the flavor is outstanding. It has your dried fruits and berry fruits and everything absolutely delicious that you would want from a whiskey of this age. It also is damn expensive and done in batches. It did win a gold medal at the Irish Whiskey Awards in 2021 in the cask strength category. 54.6% ABV. A serious stunner. Now, when I can't have this whiskey, the Redbreast 21, it is expensive. I will literally turn to what is, in my opinion, the next best thing, and that is the Redbreast 21. And if you haven't had this, then you need to sort that out. I did a review on this one a while back, I'll leave a link below, and it's such another stunning drop. It's incredible, and quite possibly, I did say it at the time, this is probably my all-time favorite whiskey, Irish whiskey of all time. Next up on the list, and it's no surprise, is the Bushmills 21-year-old single malt. An exceptional single malt, if that's your thing. Not as spicy or as pricey as the Redbreast 27-year-old, but still packing some serious punch at just about 185 to 200 euros. Not sure what that translates into in US dollars, probably about 200, 230-ish. But this is the oldest age statement in the Bushmills range. Slightly lower on the ABV, coming in at 40%, but still serious Flavor Town feels here. So check this out. It utilizes 3 different types of wood it's been finished in. First, a 50-50 split of 19-year-old whiskeys that have been finished in Oloroso sherry and bourbon barrels. Then they're married together and vatted and aged for a further 2 years in Madeira casks. Oh yeah, get in there. It's fruity, it's woody, it's sweet, it's elegant, undeniably Bushmills malt. The general type of spirit is there, it shines through, and it's a hell of a dram. Won a couple of awards, some gold medals in San Francisco World Spirits Competition in 2009, gold medal and Best in Class International Wine and Spirits Competition 2009. It's an instant classic. Surprise, surprise, another Irish Distillers product on the list, but damn, it is so good. Another Potstill Irish whiskey, this time the Middleton Very Rare Barry Crockett Legacy. There's a very wide fan base here in Ireland, that is true, and you won't have deep pockets too, that is also true. It's about €250, possibly around the $300 mark, batch produced and released only in limited numbers. And it's only the second ever whiskey in the Jameson/Middleton range to have a master distiller's name on the bottle, the first being Mr. Jameson himself. Now, the whiskey here in this was created to commemorate the career of former master distiller who retired in 2013 after 47 years at the distillery, Barry Crockett. Barry actually helped to formulate this single pot still, and it's highly regarded as one of the best in the range. The pot still elements used are drawn from light, medium or mod and heavy pot still styles, and the spirit is mostly matured in first fill bourbon casks with a small amount of it going into virgin American oak. It's a little unusual for Middleton whiskey, but there is no age statement on this. However, some of the whiskey used in this is very old, probably between the 25 to 30-year-old mark. Now, it is a respectable 46% ABV, full on spice. It's light, it's delicate, if you like that sort of thing. Very elegant, nice bit of complexity going on here. It is very easy to drink, but some will argue that it's a bit soft or a bit light for their palates. Nonetheless though, every time a bottle of this is produced in a pub or amongst friends, it always raises an eyebrow. It is regarded as the pinnacle of Irish whiskey, and regarded also as the best by some. Still though, if you haven't tried it, certainly put it on your to-do list. You know something just to check off the old whiskey bucket list. It has won an award in 2019 at the Irish Whiskey Awards for the best single pot still in the category, and it's an IDL product, so you know there's going to be quality there. Numero 4, and I'm so excited I can hardly contain myself. It's the Irishman 17, folks. The Irishman 17 from Walsh Whiskey, yeah? Single malt, cask strength, sherry casks. Amazing. Did a review on it a while back, link below, but this is an absolute screamer of a dram in a bottle of whiskey. Now, I know it says single cask, but these are released every year in limited quantity. Just every year, it's a different cask, obviously. Roughly about the €130 mark, 56% ABV. Just bloody awesome. Now, I am aware that I'm hyping the life out of this, but it really is that good. It was brought about to celebrate Walsh Whiskey's 17 years in business and the commissioning of the distillery at Royal Oak. Long story, and we ain't gonna go there, but this is a single malt sherry bomb. It is sourced whiskey from a distillery down the south who reportedly got it from up the north, blah, blah, blah. No one really knows the exact details, but check out my other video if you want to know more, link below. This stuff here is incredibly warming. There's loads of spice, loads of exotic fruits. It's very, very complex, very well balanced. There really is a ton going on here, and has something for everyone, I think personally. So if you do happen to see this bottle anywhere at all, do yourself a favor, grab one, or two if the wallet allows, and don't tell the wife. Hide it under a bed or something, I don't know. Outstanding stuff from Walsh Whiskey, really good. Number 5, and the last on the main list. I'm putting this in here because, well, goddammit, I want to, and this is my show and I'll do what I want. And it was one of the sweetest whiskeys I tried at the time. It is a limited edition, but incredibly, there are still some left. Yes. The W.D. O'Connell 13-year-old all sherry single malt. About €140, 59% ABV, packing a punch, packing deliciousness. Seriously. Now, there are a few new releases from W.D. O'Connell, but I haven't had them yet personally, so I can't really vouch for them just yet. I'll do my best to get them on the channel in some form of a review for you in the coming months. I'm sure they are just beautiful, but this one for me stands out tremendously. To be completely transparent with you, it was actually between the 13 here and the 18-year-old single malt WD have out, but they've long since sold out of those, and putting them into this list would be pointless because, well, you can't buy them anywhere. However, this one you can. This whiskey is a sourced whiskey. It is from Bushmills. It was aged full term in sherry casks. It's nutty, it's very sweet, plenty of raisins, kind of grape notes. It's nutty, I said that, it's well balanced. Stands out for me up there with some of the best of them, to be honest. Now, it is €140, 59% ABV. The only caveat is the 50 cl bottles. But the reason this was done was to get the most out of the casks. So obviously there will be more bottles to go around. Thoughtful. Now, do please keep an eye on the channel in the coming weeks for some new whiskies from W.D. O'Connell. They are on the way, I promise you this. Before you log off the video and I sign out, there are a few honourable mentions that I didn't put into the video because of one reason or another, but they deserve to be mentioned. And if they can be found, they need to be snapped up immediately and drank. Not shelled, drank. They probably weren't put into the video because they are hard to find, or I do have one or two kind of similarities in the list that I've already done. Right, let's do it. Now, before I do any of that, make certain you are subscribed to the channel. Try to grow this. If you like the video, do give us a thumbs up and share, family, friends, Facebook, all that kind of stuff. And also, my Distilleries of Ireland 2022 calendar is still for sale at the most wonderful locations listed below, with some of the proceeds going to charity. You want to hurry though, we are running low on stocks, and once they're gone. So make sure you stock up. Link below. First up, and a grain whiskey. First grain whiskey, I think on 2 videos that I've done. Maybe, possibly, yes. It didn't make the list because, again, it's limited enough, but it's an absolutely incredible dram. It's the Teeling 13-year-old single grain. Now, I did a video on this a while back, and I've gone through 2 bottles at home. This stuff is absolutely immense. €85, which makes it the cheapest on the list. 13-year-old single grain using some bourbon and Bordeaux red wine casks. It's woody, it's fruity, 50% ABV. One of the nicest single grain whiskies I've had, and the link is below for the full video. For calling 20-year-old 5 elements Irish whiskey, single malt. Again, did a video on it. Absolutely smashing drop of whiskey from the folks at Powers Court. I was lucky enough to have an invite up to the distillery. God, I'm trying to burp. To meet some of the people there and have a walk through and a talk through with industry legend John Cashman. And yes, we drank this. It is a beautiful, beautiful drop. It's part of the 5 element series of whiskeys they have released. Only 1,500 bottles, and it is 46% ABV, but it's stunning. It's complex, full-bodied, sweet, woody, nutty, mouth-watering, coming in at €220, but it's well worth a look. Smasher. I'm going to keep the list of honourable mentions relatively small this time around, but there are 3 whiskies here for my next one, which, just combining. Again, IDL products, but any one of the 3 Dark Gaelic series trees here. I know there's a 4th one out. I know it's released. I haven't tried it yet, so obviously I'm not going to put it in the list, but yeah, these whiskies are simply fantastic. We have the Bluebell Forest, the Grinsel's Wood, and the Knockgrath Forest release. Now, if I was to pick one, my personal favorite in the range is the Knockgrath. Like I said, there is a new one out. I think it's called Killybeag Forest. It is here in the pub, but again, I haven't had it. I did a live tasting on the channel with Middleton brand ambassador Ger Garland, and we went through all of these whiskies. I advise you to check it out as it is very, very interesting, and I'll leave a link down below to that. But expect to pay about €300 and up for these, depending on tree number. Now, there are 7 trees per release, 3 main releases currently, so it's about 21 different bottlings, varying in ABV slightly from release to release. This one, 56.2, 58 for Grinsel's, and 56.6 for Knockgrath Forest. So the significance here is these are the first Irish whiskies to be finished in virgin Irish oak, and the release names dictate the woods around Ireland that were used in the makings of the casks. Quite a savage set of whiskies, if I'm honest. Not cheap, but then again, that is the kind of point of this video. If you come across any of these, I would highly recommend checking them out. They're stunning, stunning examples of Irish whiskey. I do need to reiterate once more that the whiskies that I've had on the list today, I can vouch for. I know they're good. I've had them. They are all mostly still available, which is of course hugely important. And every single one of these drams and more are readily available here in Christy's. Next time you're around, call in, ask the lads for a whiskey menu, put them under pressure, treat yourself, hon. You're worth it. I did previously mention at the start of the video that we will be taking a very slight break from the review side of things moving forward for the next couple of months. It wasn't my intention when I started this YouTube channel to stick solely to reviewing whiskies, and it was kind of more of a learning experience trying to understand different flavors. And you know what, we're going to go back to what I originally wanted to do and go back to that kind of ethos. But I am going to promise right here, right now, to bring you some quality whiskey related content over the next couple of months. Scout's honor. There you have it. 5 whiskeys plus some honorable mentions that will enter your wallet for 2022. Try them. Let me know if you have and what your thoughts are below in the comment section. I thank you to the lads here in the pub, my very gracious hosts, as always. Check them out online. Their link is below to all their information and social medias. Wishing you all a very happy new year, and remember to keep it Irish. Sláinte.